Well, how long we have waited for this festival of football to reach its climax. It feels like an age ago that the first qualifiers kicked off, and now here we are. The final showdown, the ultimate prize awaits at the end of all of this. But there's an awful lot of football to be played before then. The players are ready, and we're about to get underway. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And now we observe the national anthems. Well, if that doesn't get the juices flowing, then nothing will. Well, Jim, you're a man with experience of big finals. What will these players be going through right now?
Well, I think there's definitely a lot of pride and honour at play here, Peter, and they'll be raring to go, obviously. Sure, there'll be a few nerves out there, but that's understandable given what's at stake. I think we could be in for a cracker here, and really, here's hoping.
The final gets underway.
Yeah, I think I'll be keeping a keen eye, Peter, on the early exchanges here. Both managers did emphasise their eagerness to get on the front foot, so we'll see how true to their word they are.
Knocks it into space. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And no, he's seen through all of that. Alexandro got a long way forward to join the attack. Well, history tends to say that these finals are pretty tight games, Jim. Yeah. Same again, do you think?
Yeah, the odds are that's always likely to be the case, Peter, but I'd like to think that fortune will favour the brave here.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Rido. Pelopessi. Jena. Ball's played through. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
That'll be a throw. Both sides exercising caution for now. Ederson. That has ended up in no man's land. Pelopessi. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Takes a shot! And he's found the net! And he embraces the moment. How they needed that goal. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Indonesia are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Indonesia have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, it's certainly a huge goal, Peter, one that I'm hoping will now open up the game a lot more.
And here's Evan Nielsen. And he's been shifted off it. Could move up a gear here. Oret Mangwan tries to play it through, and he's picked it up out wide. Well, that's a little loose. Nicely shaped cross. Bruno Guimaraes. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Ederson. Played out to the left flank. That's a good run down the left. And here's Rafinha. And he's had it nicked away.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Rafinha. And it's Paquetá. Lucas Paquetá. And it's Paquetá. Ibanez. They get a throw in. Oret Mangwan. Pelupessy. Romani, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Now there's a fine ball. Goes for a shot! And that's a good finish. And this is getting better and better. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So that's two now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Neymar. Bruno Guimaraes. Ibanez. And here's Paquetá. And Rafinha. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Oh, good-looking ball. And that's really well manoeuvred. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Can he finish? And it's there! They are purring, truly purring. Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Jenner demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Indonesia find a position of real strength now.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He's in a great position here. Chance for a shot! And how good was that? That is a gem! An absolute gem! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Indonesia are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. And it's Neymar. Bruno Guimaraes. And it's Neymar. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's on it, can he get away? He leaps for it! Neymar. And we have breezed through the first half of the final. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them. So we reach the halfway point. What does Jim Beglin have to offer at this stage?
So far, so good, Peter. But there'll be a response from their opponents in the second half. I'm sure that'll be discussed in the dressing room. That period immediately after half-time will be very interesting indeed. They have to be really, really ready for it.
Half-time then, just 45 minutes between us and the climax of it all. Indonesia are dishing out a mauling here then. It's only half-time, but the game looks sewn up already. Well, here we go then. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Hubner. Pelupessy. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Ederson. And it's Paquetá. Now it's Evan Nielsen.
That was lovely, that.
Nicely weighted ball. Decent chance! No, that's just wide.
Rafinha clearly can't believe he didn't put that away. He'd set himself up perfectly.
Bruno Guimaraes. And Neymar. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
It shoots! It's really well cleared. Oret Manguan. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And now they can spring out of defence. Alexandro. Neymar. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Jena. Opts for safety. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Ferdinand. Dix does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Alexandro is there, and he can get that clear. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now that looks a decent ball, and it's played in. And that has been knocked clear. Marquinhos gets it clear. Some good work on the right flank here. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Lucas Paqueta. And Rafinha. Jena. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, they have to do something to change the status quo.
Bruno Guimaraes. Ibanez. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oret Manguan. Over to the right flank. Space for him to turn and look. Drills one in.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Substituição no time do Brasil. Camisa 11, camisa 20.
Oh, that's nice.
Fechando o campo para a entrada de
Great defending, strong and determined.
camisa 7.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Indonesia perhaps contemplating their next change here. Rapidly approaching the end. Just a few moments from glory.
Brazil truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
Didn't quite work for him. Ederson. And it's Neymar. Not the most accurate pass. Rido. Neymar. And it's Guimaraes. João Pedro flings in across. Aldero deals with that nice and simple.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Neymar takes on his marker. Danilo receives it in a wide position. That's a nicely weighted pass. Aldero breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. He's found a way through. Jena.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Sabinho. João Pedro. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. Jena. Rido. It says. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great.
And they've done it. They are the champions of the world. A lifetime's glory, a lifetime's honour.
And you know, it really is the pinnacle for these players. This is the ultimate experience.
And this is football's ultimate prize. 5 kilos of 18-carat gold. There is nothing that could compare to this.
I can only dream.
Can we not all dream of scenes which here are truly extraordinary? I think we are about to run out of time, so that is it from us. And once again, congratulations to the winners.